Welcome back to Chaska, Minnesota, home of the 2024 5 and Under National Championships. We're in the last game of pool play here. I'm Dave Dickinson, joined by Danny Casper and Mason Gensel. Mason, Danny, the team that wins the featured game that we're looking at next is going to be the team that advances out of this pool. What kind of butterflies do you get in a national championship type event when you know that you have to win to get in your last game of pool play?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an exciting game for everyone, and like you said, a little nerve-wracking. I think a good couple things to keep in mind if you're them is, you've played a few games by now. You could almost argue it's less nerve-wracking than the first game when you don't have as much of a grip on the ice. And the other thing is just to take games end by end, shot by shot. It's easy to look around, see who else is going to advance, and think ahead, but you just got to take it shot by shot. It sounds a little cliche, but I think it really helps.
Yeah, I usually just try not to think about it. It's easier said than done, but I don't know. You just try not to think of the outcome too much. Just take it a shot at a time and go from there.
Sounds good. You see the pool standings here. And again, we've got Dan Bliven and Albin Saliku for our next game. And the winner of this game is going to advance out of this pool. There are four pools of 6 teams each. And we've got 2 of the pools already decided. 2 of the pools are going to be decided in this draw. This game is going to choose the winner, for the second winner from this pool, and then the other pool will be decided on sheets 4, 5, and 6. We do have a live stream up for sheets 4, 5, and 6. You're watching the featured sheet, sheet C. So and again, the teams we've got, a team out of Broomstones. That's the Saliku team. That's a couple guys who are shown here. Albin Saliku, Tom Niedrak, Chris Wendell, and Matt Robinette. And they're going up against Dan Bliven's rink. Dan, Ben, Austin, and Cruiser are from Stevens Point, although Dan has moved and is curling out of Appleton in Green Bay now. These guys won bronze 2 years ago in LA, and they won gold last year in Hibbing. So no strangers to 5 and Under Nationals. It's a team that likes to have fun. They're going to have a good time out here, and this should be a great game.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be quite confident coming into this game and this whole event, with that bronze medal last year. I think especially at the U5 level, you improve so much year to year, just starting out. So being able to medal last year and come back and play another year at an event like this, I'm sure will give them a lot of confidence.
And you guys have played in Chaska before. Talk to us a little bit about the ice, how fast it is, how curly it is. What are you seeing out here? They've papered the rocks before this event, so what are you thinking about in terms of the ice conditions?
Yeah, the during like it's gonna obviously curl more now because they papered the rocks, but like on a normal like league night, or like if you're just practicing, you're probably getting, I don't know, like edge 8 for like a draw to the button is usually what we're getting. We're getting like from back line to hog like 4 seconds, maybe like 4-1 to the tee. So it's pretty good, and like it's usually consistent speeds out here. So.
Yeah, Chaska's got a great setup here. It's a beautiful building. You've got the restaurant behind and a lot of seating, and it's a really cool place. And Scott Belvich and his crew do a great job. It's always great ice here.
And so they're kind of just celebrating the fact that this is the last draw of this year's 5 and Under Nationals. So you hear the teams out there cheering a little bit and going through the announcements, thanking all the many volunteers who have made this event possible. We've got timers coming in, the ice crew at Chaska, a whole bunch of people from USA Curling. We appreciate all the work that people have put into making this event a great event for these 24 teams.
I want to be partial here, but it's hard not to point out the fact that I think in terms of uniforms, we have one team that's really stepped it up with what are those flowers, palm trees?
palm trees with Pokemon on the sleeves. Yeah.
Wow, okay, I didn't even notice the Pokemon, so I don't know, that's an intimidation factor right off the bat.
Yeah, Dan's team is wants to have a good time. They play best when they're loosey-goosey out here, and think that we'll see a good game here today. Bliven's rink with a hammer, so the Saliku rink is delivering the
Line's
first
close.
rock.
Ball there. T. T.
Where?
On its own. T. Breaking.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
I got it.
14-5. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where do we want it?
Got 4. Okay, Matt.
Saliku comes into the house right away. Dan will be happy to hit back on that. Keep the first end clean.
Whoa, whoa. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
There, yeah.
There's 2-3, Matt.
Matt Robinette going to put up a guard to protect that one in the house. Mason, when he was talking about that speed of the ice, that 4 to 4-1, for those of you who are newer to curling, it's the time from the back line to the hog line. You see sweepers who have
Here,
watches
wide.
in their hand.
Where?
3.
They're using that to help them understand how deep that rock might go.
Chris?
Yeah, hard.
Bring it over, Chris.
For a distance in.
Bring it over, Chris. Getting a little better. All the way, here it goes. Oh, wow, it's going sideways. It's going sideways now.
Handle.
Yeah. That's fine. Just lost the handle there. Ooh.
Did
Chris, you touch that?
you did it? Did you touch that stone? That's fine.
But Dan's already starting
Uh,
It's like they thought they touched it there. The other team did, but
No,
apparently
no.
they didn't.
Crews are going to try to make a double here.
Get! Normal down. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Okay, you're good.
He's going to remove that top rock and roll out. Chris Wendell will try to put a guard back up.
Feels
Here,
right.
wide.
That's not as
Push.
bad as I thought it was.
Push.
Where are we?
Always push. As far as it goes, Tom. Bring it over. Moving. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. All the way to a center line's fine.
Good communication there from the team all the
This
way
way.
down the sheet.
If you're narrow,
Yeah, you see that
Let's
one
put
sweeper
the
kind of
one on the center
swiveled
line.
over and switched sides, and they, had 2 people kind of trying to curl that rock over. That's something that's always changing in the game. The way teams sweep. It seems like we're always coming up with new ways to make
Yep,
it curl,
yep,
keep it straight.
straight.
So a good job from that team, being able to do that, get 2 sweepers and finish it in there. Who knows? At this rate, we might be sweeping with the other end of the broom by next year. It's always changing, so it's always interesting to see what teams do.
As far as that team communication goes, how important is that to your teams, guys, when you're working with your team?
Yeah, it's a really important part of it.
Good.
Just trying to keep things simple and the more said is better, honestly. I like me in the house, like knowing
We on
where
it?
the rock's gonna be is like super important. So
On its own.
we've practiced that a lot, just having
4-2-4.
our
Whoa,
team
whoa, whoa,
like
whoa.
communicating,
Whoa.
like to me where the rock's gonna end up.
One of the things I think a lot of people learn when they're
Okay.
starting is kind of like Mason said, saying anything, even if it's wrong, is better than saying nothing. Because if you're the skip down at the other end and you hear nothing, I mean, there's only so much you can do. So, for one, it's easy to get some information, but it's also good for sweepers to just practice saying something, even if they're wrong. Over time, they'll start getting better at it. And as a sweeper, it's being able to judge weight. It's not easy. So, it takes a lot of practice, and you got to force yourself to communicate.
Right.
Clean, clean. Yep.
They like this one. It's a good shot from Austin. So Liku's going to hit back. Looking for a force here.
Little roll's great.
It was nice to stick around there and, force. Not that a hit and stick is, a super difficult shot all the time, but it can be, and it's probably harder than just throwing a guard up. You always want to make,
Whoa.
especially in the first end, you don't want to be
Chris.
chasing and hitting and rolling out and letting the
Hard,
other
Chris.
team just kind of practice
Hard,
those
Chris.
draws and guard paths. So
Hard, Chris.
you want to try your best to stick around and force those harder shots. So and there you go. They force an error out of the other team. So
Yeah, chance for two.
You want control or normal?
Doesn't matter.
Let's do control.
Okay.
Hit and roll or nose?
Dan looking to roll out a little bit or stick nose. Fairly flat with their other rock. Hear him asking his shooter what kind of weight he wants to throw.
Yep, yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got a curl.
Cruiser, cruiser.
Hard curl.
Hard cruise.
Hard curl. Hard, hard.
Hard cruiser.
Sounded like they liked the line out of his hand. It just didn't move the way they were expecting it to.
Throw the same weight.
yeah, this first end, you see a lot of games, especially in a high leverage game like this. It'll be more conservative. Teams are throwing more rocks in the house, more takeouts, kind of trying to learn the ice a bit more and ease their way into the game. So, obviously
Whoa, Matt,
not the
Matt.
result they wanted on that last one, but still a clean end and not the end of the world for them there.
It's always nice trying to keep the first couple ends, especially on a higher pressure game like this where you need to win. Just to keep it clean, the first couple ends, just get your feet under you and calm the nerves down a little bit.
That's normal.
So Liku's team got a jam there. So Blivens got an option here for a deuce again with hammer. And for those of you new to curling, hammer is the last rock advantage. So being able to throw the last rock in an end, huge advantage in curling.
Whoa.
That's what we call the hammer.
Cruiser, cruiser.
Cruiser. That's fine. Good stone bend.
I wouldn't mind being called Cruiser. That's a cool name.
Yeah, they got the Pokemon on the sleeves, but these guys have dressed in full Pokemon costumes for Bonspiels
Soft control,
before.
your nose is great.
It's impressive.
They're a lot of fun. And that's really what this event is about, right? It's a national championship, but 3 days in, and we don't have any broom slapping, anything like that. Teams are having a good time. They're competing as well as they
Gotta
can. They're
move.
throwing some good rocks out there, playing some good curling, but they're also
Chris.
being considerate of the other team and competing in a way that's non-toxic.
Nope.
This is the first time we've
Yeah,
seen
split,
teams
split
be
the
missing
house.
wide consistently.
with that.
We've seen a lot of misses
What are we
narrow with the
thinking?
ice as curly as it has
We
been.
probably don't know.
The rock's starting to maybe straighten out a little bit after they got sanded on Wednesday. Are they going to start to kind of settle down a little bit now that we're a couple days in?
Yeah, well, usually when rocks are sanded or papered or whatever you want to call them, it's definitely, you see a difference right away. But like you said, over time, it calms down and straightens out, and that's something you need to be aware of and kind of be open to the idea that you might, play a game and it's straighter than last game.
Starting to
And
check
just
up a
kind
little.
of, for these teams, it might be kind of hard to accept that in
Okay,
the
we're
first
all
couple
there.
ends because you're so used to seeing more curl. But you
Curl
kind of got to
and
remind
bang.
yourself that those rocks are calming down a bit and just kind of believe what you see.
Good son, Dan.
Yeah, yeah. They know? Well, we'll get a bigger roll this way.
Dan throws one that's not quite flat with his other one. There's a cross house double there with a ton of weight, but probably not the kind of shot that an average 5 and under curler is going to make. But they'll be happy just to get a hit and roll over.
All right, see if we can come across, but make the shot first. I think so, especially the way it's going out there.
I can tell you I've made countless of these in my head before I throw it. Not sure about after I throw it.
Matt.
No. Yep.
Hard,
Hard, Matt.
hard,
Hard, Matt.
hard.
All the way. All the way. Chris, roll it.
Really nice shot there.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's something like that. Like if you're not gonna make the roll all the way over, it's really important to stick around just to make sure the other team
know.
is throwing at
This
something.
side.
It's better to. I'd rather have them throw a hit than a draw.
Roll,
So
So Dan's got a hit and stick for his 2.
Hey, throw control.
Yep.
Anytime you have hammer, you're looking, generally speaking, to get
cross
more
over.
than 1.
Hit nose. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Whoa.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
All the way.
Hard.
Curling hard.
No roll. Good strike.
Over
guys,
curl a little bit, spill out,
One yellow.
and they'll get forced to 1. We'll be back with the second end in a moment. All right, so because Dan's team scored, Bliven's team scored, again, that last rock advantage, the hammer, is going to go to the other team. It's going to flip over to Saliku's team. Again, Dan Bliven's team 2 years ago at 5 and under nationals won the bronze, and last year they won the gold. They are the defending champions. So they've got a lot of experience at this event. And again, the winner of this game is going to be the team that moves on to the playoffs from this pool.
Okay. That's okay. I think this is where I pull out the pocket sand.
Pocket sand not yet legal in USA curling rules that we're aware of.
Or you like this?
Keep an eye out for it to become legalized soon.
And this is the first time that we've been able to live stream the 5 and under nationals. So USA Curling is grateful to the generous donors who helped make that possible. Andy Miller, Ken Pomeroy, Matt Apisos,
Where?
Tessa Brockie, David
Always
Hurst,
Tom.
and Ramin Gilbert.
Only if it needs it.
And Matt and
Okay, line's
Ramin
fine.
are actually competing in this
Line's
event.
close. Line's close.
That can't hurt.
16-5. Nice 2. 2.5. Beauty, Matt.
Great corner guard there.
Top 4.
Generally, teams that don't have the hammer are trying to choke off that 4 foot. A lot of teams would throw center guards here. Dan Bliven, team that loves to hit, inviting a hit
Line's
from
good.
Saliku's team, and he's drawing one into the
Yeah,
top of the
go,
house.
go. Straight. 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 Okay, leave it, leave it. Nope, 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 nope.
This one coming a little short. I think coming short and leaving up a guard is better than heavy here, so I think that's perfectly okay.
Yep.
Tad more. That was a 4. 90.
Matt Robinette made a
Always Tom.
good corner with his first one.
Where?
That's going faster.
Where are we?
That's good.
Gotta go.
Going to try to suck
Whoa,
one
whoa,
under that
push.
guard here.
We here?
Look at that finish.
All the way to my broom. All the way to my broom. Great shots, Matt. Good judge.
Perfect pair there from the lead on Saliku's team, Matt Robinette.
I think that's a
Little short.
perfect example of
Go freeze
look
down
good,
2.
play good. He's got the
Ideally, get
Jordan
tick
custom
and
shoes
whack.
rocking. You know, it's hard to not feel great about yourself when you're looking that good out there. So a great pair from him. That's a really nice way to start the end.
Clean. Okay.
Wait
Clean.
there.
Yep. Straight. Straight. Hard.
Not a lot of handle on this, so it's curling
Okay,
really
whoa,
hard.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're like crashing right on it.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. Let's come this way. If you crash that, you roll here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are playing with all the USCA curling rules, including the no-tick rule. We've seen that come into play once or twice so far. What are you guys seeing from your teams in terms of how that no-tick rule is making a difference in curling games?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Matt.
first
Matt,
and
Matt,
foremost,
Matt.
and kind of the reason behind it is, you know, if you're tied with
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
hammer in
yes.
the last end, it used to be almost just a guarantee that you're going to win. And, you know, it's much harder to
should
take
keep
that
it in, I think.
point to win in the extra end with hammer
Nope.
because, you know,
Okay, too hot.
can't tick those guards. You saw Leeds getting so good at making those ticks, it almost became automatic. But just more aggressive gameplay overall, too. So I think, you know, that's exciting for people watching. And, you know, depending on what your preference is as a team, it might be exciting for you, it might not be.
Doesn't matter.
No, I like coming this way. Well, clean. Yep. Yep, hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got me.
Good shot there from Austin.
Good shot.
Pushes that one of those rocks out and the other one to the back
Like this.
rings. I think they are shot, though. I think the shooter stuck around, but it's a biter.
4-1. I kind of like that.
You'll be good.
Saliku drawing out to that corner. Again, he's got hammer, so he wants to keep that middle open for his last shot wherever he can. He's also already sitting
Think it
one.
needs it.
Yeah.
Where?
Hit it.
Where?
Needs it. Needs it.
Yes, both. Tom, take Tom. Hard. 15-8. You got it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll count that one. I'll count it, boys. I'll count. Good try. Okay. That's fine.
Good effort from the sweepers there.
You want to hit? You want to hit or split?
Hey.
You want to hit?
Yeah.
Normal up? Or just normal?
You like the hit call here, Mason?
I don't care.
I think so, just because then you're sitting 2.
Let's just go normal.
I'd almost be tempted because you don't have hammer. I'd almost be tempted just to draw around here. Draw one under the center and then make them deal with it. And then while they're dealing with it, then you can maybe hit. But, yeah, I don't know. I think I like the hit other than the split, which they were talking about.
Clean. Yep.
Yep.
Clean. Clean. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Curl,
whoa,
curl,
whoa.
curl.
Nice shot. Sitting 2 on the outer edges of the rings.
We'll try this.
Good force position. Saliku going to try that draw under those corners again.
Yeah, Saliku probably not too concerned with the fact that yellow is sitting 2 because, you know, they're kind of on the edge of the rings there, so it might not have to even come into
Chris.
play by the end of this end
Whoa.
here. So
Matt.
still an opportunity for them to be a little bit aggressive here and
Matt.
come around these guards.
Okay.
It gets easy. A lot of people see, you know, if you're maybe a fan of Saliku and you see a lot of yellows in the rings,
Yeah.
it's, you know, can get a little scary,
If
but
you
at the end of
know
the day,
that-
they're spread out, they're
Back
on the
goal.
wings, so, you know, it's if
And we
they
can
have the
say 1,
hammer,
2,
there it's
3.
not as bad of a
just
situation
normal.
as it may look.
Normal nose.
I like it.
So Bliven's sitting 1, but deciding to go for
Hold on.
eliminating Saliku's rocks. Nope, thinking about it now.
This actually jams.
It does.
I still like it anyway.
Okay.
Sees that might jam or go over the top and bump one of their rocks, but he wants to play it anyway. Sit 3 instead of sitting 1.
Yeah, I think this shot just puts a lot more pressure on the other team to have to make another shot.
Yeah, like Danny said, they're not a real strong threat to steal here, but be a really good position to force if they can make this.
Wow.
That was the double we wanted, right?
Yeah, so again, we're seeing rocks curl less than teams are expecting. So to your point, Danny, it might take them a minute to figure out that these rocks are settling down a little bit.
Yeah, that was also, I think, the right way to miss that shot from what we could tell over here. You know, they rolled out of the rings, but realistically, like we were talking
Matt.
about, they just want to make sure they sit 3.
Hard, Matt. Careful, careful. Okay. We gotta give it some time, but
So again, for those new to curling, this is a 5 and under event, so players who have 5 years of experience or less. You do see a clock running in the background. That's new for a lot of these teams. Last year was the first year that 5 and under nationals were timed. Guys, what can you tell us about how the timing works and what goes into your thought process about dealing with the timer?
Yeah, so, you know, it's interesting in an event like this, you play during the season and it's not always timed a lot of the time, so you have to get used to it. But, you know, I think a lot of teams, they'll have maybe one person, it's kind of their role to keep the team in check and on time and kind of keep their eye on the clock, and I think that's an easy way for a lot of teams to go about it, so the whole team or the skip isn't constantly thinking about how much time is going. You see a lot of teams just maybe have the leader second, keep an eye on it, maybe while the skip and third are debating on a shot, and, you know, between ends is really where you want to talk about it and kind of bring up if you're okay
it's
on
kind of like
time,
we talked
and
about
then
the
you
other
can
day.
adjust from
We
there.
don't want to draw against 3.
Yeah, and it's also really important to, like, just having your front end, especially,
control.
just getting in the hack right
Stay
away and being
close
ready to
without
throw
your
their
nose.
shots just to help keep up on time.
And each team has their own bank of thinking time, and that'll alternate when it's their turn in the hack. When they let the rock go, then it's going to wait until the other team is ready to throw a rock.
Just control.
I think using the other team's time too is super important and something that you have to learn. It's easy, you throw your shot and then you kind of wait for your turn again and then kind of start your strategic discussion. But using the other team's shot to keep talking about what your next options are is also a good way to help.
Just trying to think.
No, I just want to hit
Smoke
this
that. Yeah.
because he can
Yeah. No, you're right. You're
do
right.
that. He can split them both on.
You want peel?
Yep.
Yep. Let's get it.
Rocket weight.
Rocket weight is the call.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Just smoke it.
Kind of like you're up behind them.
What was
I
that?
like their aggressive.
I just want to smoke it.
Nothing wrong with conservative.
It's kind of interesting hearing some teams. They all have
We'll
different
still
like
fit one,
ways
assuming
to communicate
Somehow
their
hit
weight.
hard
and
yellow and play,
It's
but
interesting hearing all the different names
he-
they have for them.
if he somehow can get a good shot at that, he can roll on for 2. If I miss my shot.
Have you ever called a shot where you're just going to smoke it? I like that.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just throw it hard.
Smoke it? I haven't heard that one before, but I like it.
Nope. It's good on its own.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Whoa!
And he did what he wanted.
It's gonna knock me over one of these times.
Chip that out or take our one? Thanks. Take our one.
So Saliku's got an option here to try to blank this end. Blanking means there's no rocks in the rings, and he would maintain hammer into the next end. Not an easy blank here, so he's just going to draw. Now, these teams have both thrown a lot of hits this end, so not a lot of
Look at the whole
chances
house.
to
We need
throw
full
draw
12.
weight. Sometimes that can sneak up on you if you've been throwing hits after hits after hits and have to switch it up and change over to draw weight mentality. Sweeper's on it early. Want to make sure it's there.
Easy,
It's got to be full 12.
Stay with it.
easy, easy,
Looks like it's all there.
easy.
Should be good. Yeah, we got it.
Looks like it's close.
Good shot.
Go, 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 go.
And that's the end of the second with the score 1-1. We'll be back in a moment. So we saw the teams kind of huddle up there between ends. Guys, they're having a team meeting, having a little chat. What do you like to talk about with your teams in these between end meetings and discussions?
Well, just kind of talking about like what you're gonna do this end, like if you're gonna put it top 4, if you're gonna put up a guard, where you want the guard to be. That's really important to talk about, and kind of getting a plan of what you're gonna do. Later into the games, we try to talk about just like the ice changes we
way.
see, like
All the way. Line's great.
if some of the slide passes are slowing
at
down,
2
or
right now.
what we're getting for times.
Whoa,
And it's
on
really
its own.
important to communicate
You're fine.
that kind of stuff in those
I
breaks.
think you're good. I think you're good. Great sweepers.
Sweeper's hammering that one out of hand.
Is that on the center line? Okay. I don't think it is.
We talked about that no-tick rule earlier, and so those skips just confirming with each other
go
whether or
here.
not it's on the center line.
That's not on the center line, so if you wick it, that's okay. T-line at most. Whoa.
Weight's good. Weight's good. It's got enough. It's pretty back 4.
We're back line.
Back 4. Back 8. Back 8.
How about button? Back 4?
Back 4.
That works. Great shot, Cruiser.
Yeah, well, we want to
Top 4.
leave a gap, yeah. I think we might have to bite the button, but yeah, I think bite the button.
So Blivens Ring drawing one in, just a touch heavy, back 4. Saliku's got an opportunity here to freeze down on it. If they make that, Dan's going to have to do something about it.
Okay. Let it work.
Yeah, when you don't have hammer in particular, I mean, you always want to control the top of the house and the forefoot, but if they're able to get one here above the tee line,
Yep.
they'll really take
as
control
you
of the
can.
rest of the end.
We're back 8. Tom, finish. Help.
Just like that.
Good
Nice
job, guys.
shot.
Okay, Matt.
Nice down.
Little bit more weight. Nose. And a little roll in. Or the wick. Pitch.
Back line.
Curl only.
So Bliven looking to play a soft weight tap on the one that they
Wait,
just threw.
clean, straight.
Poke it out of the way.
Whoa. Straight. Yep. Hard.
Weight's right.
Hard.
Nice shot.
Great stone cruise. That
Great shot, Cruiser.
Good call.
Control.
Whoa. Push.
Saliku
Push.
wanting to hit
Whoa,
those
whoa,
two
whoa.
yellow rocks, but thought maybe it was a little warm.
Okay.
They get one.
Yeah.
Normal. Ideally,
I
nose
think like
it.
we talked about, though, sticking around in the house
The miss
is
is narrow.
definitely a
and
good
wick in the
thing,
guard.
still forcing the other team to make a tough shot. I think we've seen these teams so far. I've been impressed with,
Clean.
you know,
Whoa.
knowing the
Clean.
pro side miss is, you know, some people like to say, knowing
Yep.
what's an acceptable way to miss the shot.
Hard.
I think that's a perfect example there. It's not exactly what they called, but, you know, like I said, they still were able to stick in the house and force an error here.
My bad.
So Skip owning that one, saying not enough broom on that. So these are curlers with 5 years or less of experience. How long have you guys been curling?
This is my 8th season. This coming one will be my 8th season. So, yeah.
I think it's about 10 for me.
Nice.
Not a whole lot longer.
Hack. Main back line.
Whoa. Push. Now push. Hard, Matt. Hard for nose. Hard, Matt.
Great shot.
What was kind of the reason that got you into curling? What made you start?
Me? Ooh, well, I have to probably credit Andrew and Bill Stapera. I don't know if you know them, but grew up in the same hometown, and you know, Andrew and I went to school together, so I was playing a bunch of sports and kind of got tucked into curling. I'm sure a part of it was Andrew himself had been curling for a few years, and you know, just the competitiveness. I wanted to try to beat him and practice and,
Just curl.
you know,
Just curl.
get good.
Saliku made a nice hit
Roll it.
undercover here. Bliven responds with a run back double.
So is the double school too.
Nice shots from both teams there. Also move the shooter a little off center. Opens up a little more of the draw path to the button. Saliku wants to suck another one under there.
Whoa. Whoa, wait only. Wait only. We're line fine. Line's fine.
Whoa, whoa. Never.
And how many games do you guys play in an average year?
Oh, I don't even know.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe 60, 70 type range, maybe more.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's either that or we go for the PL.
I like the draw still.
It's a good way to stay busy.
Okay.
At least I think.
T-line.
Yeah. 4-0.
So you grew up playing out at Ardsley. Did you move to Minneapolis area because of the curling?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, not quite as popular out east. You know, coming up through juniors, you know, it's not as easy to find people to play with. You know, I found myself every year being on a team with people all sorts of ages, not even close to each other, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, Minnesota, it's kind of the hub of curling, I think, in the U.S., and a lot more people out here, and where a lot of curling is based out of. So, you know, a lot of me and my friends my age moved out here to Minnesota, and it's a fun time out here.
Just
People
a little
practicing
staggered
together
is ideal.
here in Chaska at this beautiful arena. So, yeah, it's fun, and you know, I've been enjoying Minnesota as well.
It's a lot more ice than last time.
Each team's got 3 rocks left. Again, Saliku in a pretty strong position here, trying to draw another one in.
There's a wobble, more neutral. More neutral. Don't touch, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just Matt. I think it's good.
Careful.
Where is it, Chris?
Careful.
Where is it, Chris? Whoa, whoa.
Weight looks close.
14-9. 14-9. We're top 4, top 8.
Don't touch it.
Look at it. Okay, it's not bad. Great shots.
It doesn't matter for a PO.
Some work to do here for Team Bliven. It gets a little scary here, peeling your own rock out, and you know, you might see red put up another guard, and you know, Bliven will be chasing, but still plenty of time. They have the hammer, so I think at this point in the end, if you're Team Bliven, you're just kind of trying to find a way to make sure you can at least score.
Just outside the 12, you think?
Yeah, you don't want to go the same way we just went?
Okay. I had you here. I'd rather give them the open on the inside than the open on the outside. So I'd rather have it be a little over here than here. So that's fine, mid-12.
Yeah, the skip just recognizing the angles there and trying to make sure he's not giving Dan a shot that he can easily spill
I'd
both
rather have
those rocks.
it more towards this side than this side.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Because if they have the hit, it jams.
Yeah.
35? Oh, 25.
Good communication there again from the skip to his sweepers, making sure everyone's on the same page. Sweepers understand the shot, understand the line and where he wants that rock to end up. How important is that to let your front end know that exactly what you're thinking on your skip shots?
Oh yeah, it's the sweepers are like the ones that are like sweeping it to the right spot. Like it's really important the sweepers, you're all on the same page so you can communicate to the right spot. Like if you're
Can't
the
hurry,
person
that's
in the
cool, fine,
house
easy,
is
let it curl, let it curl.
thinking something different than the sweepers,
Matt, finish.
then it usually doesn't go well. So just making sure
Always,
everyone's on the
Matt.
same page is pretty important.
Always, Matt.
Hard, Matt. Both of you.
Always, Matt.
Far as you can. Far as you can.
Always, Matt.
Far as you can.
It's a nice shot.
Matt. Perfect.
Yeah, well
Pretty
made.
close.
Yep.
Got a feeling Dan's going to throw some weight at
Run
this.
it with rocket weight. If we peel it, we peel
More
it.
rocket weight.
Just if a perfect shot is at high side. Give me a little less. Never.
Curl! Curl!
Jeez.
Still got 2 feet.
Biting that.
Unlucky
Just
there
biting it, I
to
think
just
it's fine.
move that over a little bit and, you know, make that draw
What
on
do
the
you want?
other side a little bit harder.
I mean, this doesn't do any damage.
again, we're
and it
seeing
just
teams
forces them to draw
missing
against 4.
Wide and
I mean,
not
if we're
getting
gonna
the
come
curl
here,
they're
might as well just
expecting.
bite this. And if we're heavy,
I like coming the same way though.
I think we can now because of that. Let's try this.
Okay.
Do you like bringing this one into the rings, or do you like keeping this one a little higher?
You like
Kind
this?
of thinking the same shot you just threw.
A little
You know,
bite. A little
I
bite's
think
fine.
the good thing about the situation
much
here for
ice?
Team Salico is there's a bit of margin for error. You know, if you are in the rings, it's, you know, probably still not a great look for Team Bliven trying to hit
Tom, a
everything.
little less.
So, you know, like I said, they got a little unfortunate there on the last one, ticking it over. But I think, you know, for Team Bliven on their last shot, that's
You like 20s?
it's a good opportunity to be a bit more aggressive. You know, we saw now it's easier to say now after a missed shot, but you know, if you don't make contact with those ones in the rings, it's a really tough score. So, you know, if you maybe try to draw or tap something back on your first one, it's for one, it's even if you do miss, you're
Easy.
getting the
Gotta
weight
move.
down for your next shot. And
Yes, go. Yes, go.
two, it's just a
Yes, yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes. Push.
a less scary
Push.
situation
Push.
here on your last if you do
Push.
miss. But
As far as you can.
you know, like we've said, they've been throwing a lot of
Big
hits, so
push.
they were feeling confident
Big
about that.
push.
It's another rock that's going to hang more than teams are expecting. He's definitely going to have all of it.
Okay, switch it up.
Nose hit.
Normal.
Gets one. Still not a great feeling to be thrown
Go
against
easy,
3.
normal. Give me a little less.
I'm taking the weight down a hair here.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. Hard.
Whoa.
Hard. Straight.
Whoa.
On ya.
Mom and Dad were fighting, but shot was made.
It worked out.
That's right. So good shot from Dan there, and we'll go into the fourth end with the score 2-1 Bliven. Right, so real tight game again. We were expecting a good game, and we're seeing a tight game here. So one more end before the fourth end break. Saliku's going to have hammer this end.
Just in the house, guys.
Again,
Wait's
Bliven
on
looking to
you.
bring play into the house.
Yep. How's looking? No. Top 4. Top 8. Top 4.
On its own.
Nice throw there from Cruiser.
Get the button.
Shot him award.
Oh.
Saliku's going to hit that.
Tom, sweep. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
high-fiving their misses, but I don't
Guard
mean to
is
be high-fiving
okay.
the misses, but
Just tight.
I'm high-fiving our opportunities.
That's right, Ben. Good call.
Yep, it's a good way to phrase it.
Lutz.
Needs to be at least a 3.
3.
Okay. It's going to be curl only.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it earlier that this team likes to
Yeah,
have a lot of
whoa,
fun. I can
whoa,
tell out there
we're
they're having a
hanging.
lot of fun. They're, doing a bunch of fist bumps and high
It's
fives,
going
and
to get
it
close.
makes it a lot more fun.
Curl. Yep. Curls for line. That's good enough. Great shot, Cruiser. Great pair.
It's easy to have more fun when you won the gold medal last year, right?
You want to try this
Yeah.
way again?
Oh, I don't know, but now we know that line.
Whoa. Push. Push. Push.
Go, go, go.
Hard. Hard for a piece.
I know this is going to be difficult. A guard. Think about LA Ice.
So Dan talking about LA Ice, the 5 and under national championships 2 years ago. Got some fast ice out there. Encouraging his team to throw a guard.
4. Down 2. Down 2.
I appreciate the candidness from him towards
If
his
we
team. You know,
can,
sometimes you kind of
uh,
try to think of more
Give me a little
creative
pass,
ways to
that'd be okay.
maybe hint at the fact
Clean,
that you should throw
clean.
less weight than you have been or whatever it may be. So
Whoa,
he's straight to the
whoa,
point, though.
whoa.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
I'm okay with that.
It was, in fact, difficult to throw a guard. I think teams are dealing with some fast ice. And muscle memory, if your home ice that you play on all the time is not this fast, it takes a while to get dialed in. And you're going to have some nerves in a game like this where you got to win to move on.
So, Chris, 1 sec.
Whoa, whoa. Arm up. Heel.
Sweep.
Go.
Hard.
Curling hard.
Whoa. Yeah.
Plan B was to make the slash just miss that, but they did spill the shooter out into the wings, and they do have hammer.
Or guard.
The choice here, guys, is kind of like
I say
either
we
play
throw
for
the
a
guard.
steal or play for a force.
Just throw
Dan's
left
playing
way.
for the steal. You like that call?
Yeah, I think a steal would be really big here, like being up 2 without.
I mean, Yellow having not just 1 but 2 rocks in play, counting in the center. This is a great opportunity for them to put a guard up and make it a tough score. I think maybe if you just saw 1 yellow in there, they'd be much more inclined to hit. But good chance for them here to put some pressure on.
Let it just die.
They're looking
gonna
for that
curl.
elusive guard.
And it's going to be in. No, no.
I mean, it's going to be in.
Yeah, go for it now.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I'm not mad about that.
Again, teams keeping it loose out there. And a big part of curling, right?
Sweep. Sweep.
At any level, everyone misses. And the teams that miss better are the teams that generally win games.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to just get attached to the shot that you're calling and just try to only make it perfect the exact way that you call it. But a good thing, you know, especially at the 5 and under level, it's impressive that they're keeping in mind the pro shots, the pro
Ideally a
misses.
3.
aiming for a 0 guard, dude.
Definitely
Then
having
go
fun,
AI,
which
buddy.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first I've heard of a 0 guard.
I think it's, you know, on our team, I always try to remind my teammates to have fun. Because at the end of the day, we're doing this because it's fun, right?
Line's
And
good.
it's always easier to play better when you're enjoying it.
It's gonna need it at the end.
Curl only.
Yeah.
Curl.
No. Leave it. Leave it.
How is that deep?
That's fine.
We've all been there. We know that feeling.
Yep.
How?
We'll be good. I think
Oh, sure.
Line's good.
Matt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chris. Whoa.
Nice run back double there from Saliku. Kind of flips his end around in a hurry.
Is he doing like eating meeny miny mo on the stones? Okay.
Think he's communicating that they're third rock,
Normal.
so they're going to hit.
Hit like almost nose, just a little high side.
So just like that,
Hit, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bliven went from threatening to
Let's go,
playing some
control.
defensive, cut the other team down rocks.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Clean.
Curl.
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 Curl. Curl.
Whoa.
Clean. Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Really nice shot.
Great shot.
Good.
Saliku going through all his options
I
here.
think get rid of these. We don't want him here. But then they just run it. Control.
You guys like this call?
Yeah, this is an interesting situation here with the way those yellows are angled. I think, you know, the way that they're looking at this shot is they can maybe make it a 2-for-1, get rid of that staggered, those staggered
Sweep.
pairs up front, and maybe even try to roll in the house at the
Hard,
same time and split
hard.
the rings and keep those rocks separated
Whoa.
with hammer. It's always kind of the goal.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Looks like it just hung out there a little more than they expected.
Or did we get aggressive?
We could get it.
We can, no, the aggressive move would be angle this in and roll both of ours in.
And if we're gonna do something like that, I'd rather like a half weight.
Well, yeah, it'd be a hack weight,
Well,
but it'd be
I thought
hack
you were
weight
saying.
this way.
I thought you were saying this to that and that hand. And I was like, I don't like that.
Let's
I prefer the draw.
let's
The
draw the split.
Split.
What do you think you would play here, Danny?
Yeah, it's a good discussion here. I
No.
think you
I
know they're
like- I
tempted to
like
play
going,
this
like, board at
slash
the-
here. Let's
and
see what
angling that out.
they settle on. Looks like they're gonna go for it. So I think the thing to keep in mind here is you don't have hammer.
Yep.
There's not a ton of guards in play. Realistically, you're going for the force, right? So, you know, what's the easiest way to still accomplish that goal? If you make this shot, you know, it's a nice shot. You sit 3 in the rings, but it's a much harder shot than just drawing to the other
no.
side of the rings, right?
Oh, I
And
see
either
all of
way, even if you make this angle, you're
Ben!
probably still forcing. So
it. Normal on this side. We'll hit it.
Dan changing the call once he gets down in the hack and
You wanna
sees
do
what it looks
control?
like from the hack.
Normal. Clean. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Hard. Hard, fellas.
Hard guy. Whoa, whoa,
Whoa. Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It's a nice shot.
Ever come down to it? Like here, maybe?
If they draw, we're going to get the opportunity to call up our rock
hit it.
clock and see just how fast that ice might be.
You want a corner, but then they just come on top.
Just hit it and then roll somewhere. Just easy hit.
Looks like they're hitting it.
They really don't want us to show off our fancy toys.
That's right.
I think so. I mean, we can come down to it. Draw.
I think with the hit here, you're accepting taking one. If you want to still have a chance for taking two, I think that's when you're going to draw.
He might have enough room to soft weight hit and roll under that pile, but as you're talking about earlier, a perfect hit and roll is not an easy shot.
Matt, hard.
Hard, Matt.
Wow. Whoa.
Hard.
Roll it in.
Hard.
Might have set that one out a little bit.
Chris. Leave it, leave it.
Normal.
Yep.
Bliven sitting 1-2, electing to hit that rock. There is a double there for Saliku, so he hits this and sticks around. He eliminates that possibility for Saliku to get to.
Just normal.
You guys like this
If
call?
we stick around, great. If
I think so. I think it
we don't,
puts more
not the end of the
pressure on
world.
the other team to make
keep
that
active.
draw.
Get it?
Yeah, I think, it also makes the other team think if you were to roll out, which, is not the plan, you might see this
Well,
team debating, even if
like-
you don't roll out, do we draw, do we hit? Kind of the way the
Cruiser
rocks are
drive.
set up,
Yep.
there's a
Go
couple
ahead,
ways to do
Cruiser.
it. And,
Cruiser.
I think if
Carl.
you're able to put yourself in a position where you're making your opponent debate a shot, that's always a good sign. We talk a lot on our team. We don't want to make decisions for them.
There.
We want to
bit more?
force them to make the decisions. And,
That's good.
you see right
a
now
little
they're
more.
still kind of
Mid-
debating a little bit, but
Even if you-
Take off that.
still a draw for one here.
Yeah, and that rock spilled out, the shooter spilled out, but it really wouldn't matter unless Saliku just missed the house entirely on this.
All right, guys.
Every once in a while, it gets on the
4-4, we got some backings.
So we can get a hog-to-hog time here, get a sense of just how fast this ice is.
Yes, line, it's tight, it's tight.
Okay. Line. Hard line.
Easy, easy.
Where is it?
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, there. Okay.
whoa. Easy, boys, easy.
So when you guys see
Easy,
14-7
boys.
second ice, how fast is that?
It's okay.
I think when you see 14-7 second ice, you're quite pleased. Don't need to throw it too hard. They do a great job here, and I think we've been able to see sweepers carry it a good amount as well. So, yeah, they've done a great job with the ice here. I love seeing 14-7. What do you prefer faster ice? Slower
Yeah,
ice?
I definitely prefer faster ice. You can do a lot more with it. And it looks like they even bumped on that one a little bit. Like it's gonna be even faster than 14-7. So it's really good ice out here.
Great, we're gonna go into the fourth end break and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Pretty. Perfect. 95.
It's a little quicker now. Let it work.
3.
So tied
Oh,
after
looks pretty in.
first half of this game. We've got 4 more ends to go. Very tight game.
Can't touch it.
14-4, yeah, back 4. Okay, Matt. Yeah.
Something that I always notice after the break is they run a mop over the sheet, and it usually comes out a little bit quicker after they do that. So as a front end lead, you need to keep that in mind throwing the first rock or 2.
Yep. Hard all the way. Straight. Keep coming, guys.
Sweeping hard for line here.
Okay. You're good. You're good. You're good. Great shot.
Yeah. All right.
Nice and smooth, Matty. Nice
Looks
control.
like we're going to have another end of hits.
Yep.
Yeah, but then it's
Shaping up that way so far. We get a strong hit game. You
Whoa.
generally play a little faster.
Push.
This is the only game that's currently playing. Everyone else is still in their 4th end break.
It's a little bit. Okay, Matt.
Just missed. Bliven with hammer. He's going to try to split the house here, set up a 45-degree angle, make it really difficult to make a double. His other option would be to come and be flat with his other rock, but because it's behind tee, not sure they want to do that. So
Back 4, back 8.
If you're Bliven here, I think, you know, starting the second half of this game, you see teams start to think about what end they have hammer a bit more often and trying to have hammer in that even end. So,
Curl.
you know, they're going to split the house here, and if Saliku's able to make a double, see if this gets in here, you know, a blank for Team Bliven is still good here. They keep the hammer in the 6th end and can start trying to take advantage of those even ends.
Nice control.
great shot there from Cruiser. Good pair. Hit and stick, and then one in top rings.
We've been hearing a lot this game. Good pair by their lead, so I think he's been playing really good this game.
Big push, Tom. Big push.
Second best shoes at lead in this game.
Who has the first?
Well, look at his shoes right here. These Jordans.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't top that.
So he made the hit, spilled out,
Top house.
similar to how it looked before Cruiser's last shot. So they're going to try to replicate that, have Austin throw into the top rings here. How important are shoes, Danny, to a curling team, or is it an individual thing, or does the team all have to have great shoes?
Are we
I mean, to
super
me,
happy?
No.
I think you
okay.
look good, feel good, play good. So,
We're
you
checking
know,
out.
I'm a fan
Yep.
of the custom shoes. I have, you know, some myself, but I think at the same time, I kind of like when teams have matching shoes. I don't know what you think, Mason, but I know a lot of people just kind of tend to do their own individual thing. But
Yeah, I've seen some pretty cool shoes. Like, I mean, our team, we all have different shoes. Some of the teams that all have matching shoes, they look pretty cool. But I think it's when everyone has their own like shoe, and
Tom.
I don't know, it's pretty cool.
it's right up there with importance of just making shots. Probably even, you know.
Or if you have a teammate that has the same size shoe, like Team Schuster, you get Colin, and
Great sweep.
they can switch shoes, so you've got one of color of each.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're going to peel their own guard here. That was hopeful, trying to be in the house, but not quite. And Saliku was able to hit Bliven's shot rock out. They spilled out. So Dan's going to play a real clean end here. Or try to play a really clean end here. Just got a little unlucky again. Rocks not curling as much as they have been the first couple days. definitely seeing a change in how hard these rocks are curling, and teams are still adjusting.
No, Dan's just trying to play the conservative, clean.
Yes, both. Yes, both. Yes, both. Yes, both. Whoa.
Okay, yeah.
Straight, straight, straight.
Yeah, just finish
All the
it.
way, all the way, all the way. Great job, guys. All right, take it. Good shot, guys.
Good throw, good sweep.
Just peel it for now.
Yeah, it's a nice shot being in the top of the house. Kind of forces Living into this shot.
If you somehow overcurl, we'll run it.
You good?
We'll peel it. If you overcurl, we'll run it.
I don't care. It's up to you.
Just peel it.
Okay.
Yep.
Straight. Whoa. Run it.
Hard. Hard.
Yeah, sorry, I got some cramp up. Sorry. Yeah. Very neutral. Very neutral.
Whoa, whoa.
No, it'd be
Matt.
only.
Always Matt. Always Matt. Always Matt.
Push Matt.
Hard push. Hard push. It's okay.
Saliku trying to put up another guard. They do. Covers most of the shot rock, but not quite all of it.
Yeah, that's nicely made. You know, if Team Bliven still wants to try to come around and hit that red one in the house out,
You want
Saliku
control?
now has a center guard that's closer to the center line. So, you
I
know,
don't like control,
they're
'cause if you
showing
hit
the
it
right
thick
side of that
Or
rock.
just like a tad, it could end up here. Then we're in trouble.
Okay, what do you like?
Yeah, give me hack.
What do we like for hack? Like
It's playing soft weight here. If they can spill
Actually,
this and
hold
then
on.
roll out to the
Let's
wings,
just
that's
peel for
great.
now. This is your second
peeling.
shot.
We're peeling.
Changing the call here to a straight peel.
Yep.
You hear Ben
Hard.
say he'd rather hit the back one. Really, that skip
roll
broom
to
is
get-
just a suggestion, right, guys? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
how it works?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Same thing.
So here we're at a point where
one
it gets interesting. If you're Team Saliku here, you
mid
got to
12.
start deciding at what point do you stop throwing a guard and you start to throw it in the rings and try to get a force. So I know. So this
wanna
is
hit.
something a lot of teams debate
what I
when
mean?
the best time to come into the
We'd
rings
rather,
is.
we'd rather draw.
I think you see
we'd
a lot
rather
of
draw. I know.
teams maybe on their skips first would come in. So it would be interesting to
Here
see what
last.
they decide here.
Okay.
How long to keep throwing a guard.
20s. Little down. Matt, push, Matt. Always Matt. It looks fine. Weight's fine, guys. Finish, Matt. Whoa. Yes, Matt.
Looks like this will
Yes,
finish
yes.
great for them.
Yeah,
Perfect.
The ice has been looking
Great
great
judge,
and really
great judge.
consistent just with all the curl they've been getting.
Heel.
Seems like the draws and guards have been curling up nice, and it looks like the hits are starting to straight out a little bit more than the other days.
Up weight.
Have you found
firm.
the ice here to be weight sensitive in the
Up weight
past,
firm.
where it curls a little bit harder at draw weight
High
than
side,
up
if
weight?
anything.
Yeah, I think
Show a good
that's
feel.
definitely been shown here, and I think that's a sign of good ice. You know, you want to reward teams for throwing the right weight and hitting the broom. And, you know, you'll see with straighter ice, too, if you're a little bit off and you kind of set it a little bit out with your release, it won't come back. And, you know, that's something that I personally am a fan of because, like I said, it rewards good throws.
That one hung on him again. Curled up a little bit more. They had a chance to make the double, but again, you see teams consistently missing
Very good.
wide.
Do the same thing. Yes. Yeah, but we can still steal.
So
I wanna
here it
protect
seems
it.
like they're talking about what they want to do here with looking at the scoreboard,
Tom!
deciding what they want to do, if I have hammered the evens or not.
Yeah, it might not be a great steel rock, right? It's an okay steel rock, but it's not a great steel rock.
Yeah, I think this kind of comes down to what you want the other skip to be throwing on his last shot. So, yes, it's not the best rock to rely on a steal opportunity from,
Line's
but,
close.
you know, if, let's
Press
say
early.
they want him to
Easy.
throw a
Just
takeout,
clean.
then
Just
maybe they'll
clean.
split the
Whoa,
rings.
whoa, 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 whoa.
I think this call shows that they
Matt,
would
finish.
prefer him to be throwing a draw
Whoa,
on his
whoa, whoa,
last,
whoa, whoa.
throwing a guard up here in front.
Really nice shot.
You know, even if it.
Just full 8. Yeah.
That was a really
4-10,
nice job to
yeah.
make that guard well and force this draw.
Valley ice.
You know, the risk with playing a guard there is if you over curl a little bit, you're probably giving up a blank. So that's, you know, not as much of a risk with splitting the house. So a nice job there to make that one well.
It's been a few ends since I think Dan's thrown a
Might
draw.
check up.
Yep, 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 yep.
Clean.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, it looks
whoa.
a little warm.
On its own, on its own.
Thanks.
One yellow,
Great draw weight.
Yeah, really nice shot.
one yellow.
Great adjustment there from Dan. We'll come back for the sixth end in a moment.
As long as we're in. Line's good.
Heavy clean.
So we've got a game
Yep.
where every end, the team with hammers gotten their one. In a low-scoring game like this, when you're kind of 2/3 of the way into it,
Clean,
anything change for you guys when you're thinking about this?
clean.
Feels like one team can get a big end here. That's going to maybe
yep,
be
yep.
the game.
Yeah, I
Great
think, you
shot,
know,
Cruiser.
we've
Great
seen
sweep.
this. You know, we talked in the beginning of the game. This is a big game for both teams. The winner advances, so you're probably more inclined to be more careful and, you know, see lower scores. But I think an important thing to remember here for both teams is not to get antsy. I think it's easy when, you know, teams are just scoring one at a time. You might be a little frustrated about why you're not being able to get a multiple together. But, you know, at the end of the day, for example, Team Saliku here, down 1 with hammer.
Whoa.
It's a fine spot to be in, so you just want to remind yourself of that and stay patient.
They're in the house.
Just a tad more weight. Promote.
I like that too. Yep.
And I don't mind
I
the
had a
split.
4-0 on you.
T at most.
Is there a better way to get a back line weight from a lead than telling them T at most?
It's got to be the way, right?
We'll see if Cruiser can overcome that.
It's got a curl.
Oh, my
Curl. Curl all the way.
Oh,
Oh,
weight's on there.
Weight's all there. I think that one's on the sweepers. I think Cruiser had good weight out of hand. Sweepers maybe overcooked it a hair.
Yeah, still not a horrible result. Getting far back in the house behind theirs.
Saliku gonna try to play the double here.
Sweep! All right, Tom. Easy. That's fine.
Overswept just a hair.
Sorry, I'm too strong.
Very nice, Matt.
Good result though. Shot rock.
normal. Just get on the inside.
Little down.
Curl only. Yep, straight, switch. Yeah. As soon as you got on it, took off.
Nice rock there.
Come on, Austin.
Ben showing off his muscles as soon as he gets on that, over curling the rock.
I like to do that when I sweep the rock from the tee line to the back line, you know, for 2 seconds and remind my sweepers that I'm just as good of a sweeper, even though I'm not.
Push. 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 Nah. Okay. Kind of worked.
I think
Jams
both you and I
there.
gave up. I was like, yeah, it's
Yellow rock, not super dangerous in the back of the rings.
Actually, let's go over here.
Dan thinking about a force here.
Top 8.
Yeah. Make a sweep. Better.
As long as we're in.
Back 8. Back
Okay.
4.
Clean.
Yep. Yep.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're good. Great job.
I'm up.
Switching gears here. Interesting decision from Team Saliku here. Maybe trying to go harder for a 2.
We'll get there. Looks good. Yeah. It's okay. Pray on the back one. 8. Back 8. 8.
Got to move a lot.
You know,
Push.
knife it. It's slowing. But yeah, keep knifing.
Whoa.
So a lot of newer curlers in this event. What advice do you guys have for newer curlers that you
guys,
meet and play
settle down.
with? What kind of things do you want them thinking about as they're starting off first couple years of curling?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I tell a lot of people is to watch a lot of curling. You know, it's getting easier now with so much more being available on YouTube. There's
Just split
always
it.
a ton of curling to watch throughout the year, and
No.
you know, there's so
I
much
want-
to learn
I
from
want you to
watching
throw
some of the
T-line
top
weight.
teams or anyone else playing out
Promote's
there. You know,
not bad.
watch with a group of people. I
Ideally,
think
we wanna
a
get a
good
little
way to
bit of
practice
split here.
strategy is, you know, you watch a game and maybe try to predict what some of those top teams are going to call before they call it in your head. See if you can kind of get into their mind. So I think that's really helpful, and just, you know, seeing more and more games played definitely helps.
Yeah, and as a new curler, like if your position is like say your skip, it's important to also practice like sweeping and still doing that stuff because you could find a team where you could be on any position,
all the way then.
and so practicing all the positions as a new curler is really important as well.
Straight,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
straight, hard.
What's your favorite position to play? Obviously, you guys both skip a lot.
Okay, whoa, we're off of it.
Is that your favorite?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might get into trouble if I say it's not. But
It's okay.
Team
yeah,
Mutiny?
there's a lot of fun aspects about every position. You know, I really like playing lead as well. You know, you're
Roll down's fine.
setting those ends up and really helping your team out. And
I also liked during like the YOG trials, I played a third, and you get to do everything. Like
Push.
you're in the house, you're sweeping. You know, I like that as well.
what about you?
I love playing lead. So it's it can kind of turn your brain off as opposed to skipping and just hammering rocks all end. And the most important thing is like Bonspiel calories don't count. So if you're sweeping, I get to eat whatever I
Same
want.
thing, Ben.
Right.
Weight was great. I'm going to give you a little bit more.
I think one of my
height.
other favorite
Yep.
parts about playing lead, particularly when I'm maybe playing friends, is it's easier to talk smack. You know, might be not the best idea if you're skipping, but you know whether they like it or not, if I'm lead, I'm gonna let you know that I'm making more shots than you.
We're tight, okay? We're going to have to play for the promote.
Dan telling his
Get
team they're on
ready.
plan B.
Curl.
Definitely don't think we're going to be blanking this end.
Yeah, I think here's where you could see Saliku continue to be aggressive because, like you said, there's probably not going to be a blank. And if you think about the ideal conclusions to an end for Team Saliku,
Press.
you don't really want to be forced to
Hard.
one. So
Whoa.
they're calling this hit and roll here,
Push.
trying to find a way to get two.
Push, 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 push. Any roll.
It's a good shot. It's on top of that rock in the back, so they got to get some kind of off-center hit in order to not jam.
I mean, it's either that or we rip it. I mean, because I don't want to jam on the back.
No, and that's why I like normal. We can throw deal if you want. How much do you care about sticking around? No.
I don't care about sticking around too much.
Okay.
Just throw
Peel.
for now.
Let's get it. Get it.
What do you think about this call, Mason? Peel weight here. I guess not too concerned about sticking around.
No, I'm gonna throw. At it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. They just,
Yeah.
I think
Try to shoot it through
they
the gap.
throwing peel
'Cause
just
if
so
we
they
thump-
can.
if
It's
we- if
they're
I
making
throw
sure it
it,
leaves because
normal or
you really don't
control
wanna
and we
jam
somehow
it.
Jam, we give up our. You want to hit it. I want to hit it out to the left. Yeah, I want to hit it high side.
I think if you're playing like a lighter weight and trying to stick around, you're kind of just getting a little too cute. You just gotta get rid of the rock.
Yep. All the way, guys.
We're there.
Good shot. Exactly what they were looking to do.
Mid 12. Mid 12. I mean, sorry, mid 8. Mid 8.
I like seeing this from Team Saliku here. You might see a lot of teams just kind of accept their one here and maybe be a little bit overwhelmed by two yellow rocks in the house, but
See if we can bite
they're
the
staying
4 foot.
aggressive here. They're
right
going to
here.
play the draw, it sounds like.
Just a little.
Try to
just
create
a
an
little.
opportunity here
Just
for
kinda
two.
like, yeah,
And
stagger
even if
all
they
three.
miss, you know, they
4-10?
still should have a makeable
If we're
shot
heavy,
for
we
one.
got backing.
They're telling him 4:10, so we can see just how fast this is going to be with the rock clock. 4:10 is really fast ice.
Go ahead early then. Oh, let him move, let him move, let him move. Match try, go ahead.
Chris only.
Yep, yes. Yes, both. Yes, both. All the way hard.
All the way hard, as far as you can. As far as you can, go. Dig.
What happened? What was it?
On the drop pass.
So 15.8, so that's pretty close to the kind of speed they were looking for. That's very fast
Roughly
ice.
the same thing.
You heard them mention the draw path
So,
there as
yeah,
well.
and I don't mind being
I think that's
wide
something a
here.
lot of people forget about as the game goes on. You know, the draw path, what that kind of means is where a lot of action is, I guess would be the
Perfectly, I
best
wanna
way to
end up
describe
here.
it. A lot of rocks are thrown kind of towards the middle of the house, and
Even if we
people are
wick up
sliding
this
there and
just a
all sorts of
hair,
things. And
that's not
as the game
bad.
goes on, that path
Give me
tends to get a little bit slower as you wear it
tee.
down a bit more.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I think I
If
heard
we're short,
the
that's
third talking
fine.
about that might be the reason that came up a little short there.
All right. Ideally, T-line. T-line, try to draw in. Draw in. Up. If we're short, that's okay. If we're heavy, too, that's not bad, but then we want to be frozen to that back one.
And if you start noticing those
410?
slide passes going down in between ends when you're talking as a team, that's the thing. That's something
that's
you
if
should
we're
talk
heavy.
about and during your break. Just make sure the
short-
team's on board and
Or T-line's the best.
all has the same idea.
Especially now we're getting to the end of the game. That slide path is going to get slower potentially and slower.
I pulled back in on a
I
little.
think this is a great
Yep,
opportunity
yep,
for
hard!
the sweepers of the non-throwing
Hard!
team, Team Saliku, to follow this rock
Straight all
down,
the way!
thrown by Team Bliven. It's a good chance for them to get a time for themselves and keep learning about the ice.
I guess that counts too.
That's okay.
Again, we talked about using other teams' shots and clock to your advantage, and I think that's a really easy way to do it.
Line was great there. Another 8 feet, and that would have
Yeah.
been perfect.
We should have had you on the first one. There was no downside. Yep, yep.
So
Yep.
Saliku here just needs to hit full 8 in order to get 1.
Go ahead, go ahead,
Yep, yep.
go ahead.
Sweepers like the weight.
Go ahead, boys. Go ahead, boys.
Keep going, bring it.
A little bit wider out there. Might
Yes,
be
yes,
a
make
hair
sure.
slower.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Perfect.
And the trend of taking one continues.
Back in a moment.
On its own, looks close. Lighter's better. Looks all there, guys. Yep. Whoa.
On its own. Can I?
Push Chris a little.
No, it's gonna come.
You sure? I want to touch the center. Touch the center line.
Oh.
Beauty. Very nice.
All right, guys, so super low scoring game so far. Forces in every end. Only 2 ends left to play. If you've got Hammer, what are you thinking about here? As a great first rock guard from Saliku's team there, Matt Robinette.
Yeah, I think if you have Hammer here, Team Bliven here in the 7th, if you can get a blank and keep that Hammer going into the 8th end, that would be a big win, I'd say, for this 7th end.
Yeah, I usually, like, in this situation, we kind of play like a soft deuce. Like, if you can get your 2, that's really good, being up 2 in the last. But if, like, play it clean and open, and if you can't get your 2, then it's a blank.
I think we'll hopefully see Saliku take advantage. If they can take advantage of the 5 rock rule here and make the blank hard, it's the only thing about throwing a takeout here. You got to remember that I think if you're Team Bliven, you're very excited seeing a takeout being called and trying to chase that blank. It used to be, you know, we talked earlier about the 5 rock rule and the tick
Hard,
rule.
Chris!
It used to be a lot harder to prevent a team from blanking if they really wanted to. So, you know, it's getting easier nowadays to get a force.
I don't like splitting wings, bro.
What do you think here, Mason? You like splitting the rings?
Similar?
I
Okay.
mean, I like the idea. I usually go to the same side because eventually when you can, you're going to be peeling that guard. And if you have rocks on both sides, it makes the peel a lot harder. So I think I'd draw another one on the same side. I mean, yeah, it's going to leave the double, but then you have a side to peel the red at.
No,
Right.
it's okay.
Yeah, and again, if you leave a double, you're not that upset about it. With
Exactly,
Hammer
then
here.
you just blank.
Yes, yes!
We might see hits the rest of the end here.
Come on, Tom, hard! Come on, Tom!
Just getting unlucky and overcurled both times there.
Yeah. You guys like peeling that center now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Normal.
So does Dan.
Hit and roll. Okay. Or do you like control?
Control's fine.
Let's just do normal. If you rip it, you rip it.
That's fine. No, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I think I wouldn't mind seeing their rocket weight here on this one.
I agree.
Clean. Clean.
You just got to get rid of the rock.
Curl. Curl. Okay, well. No roll.
Well
No,
made.
no, no, no,
roll.
no, no.
Perfect.
And he made the roll he wanted to as well.
Awesome, that was beautiful.
Gets a chef's kiss from Ben there.
Definitely made this end interesting by sticking around there. See Team Saliku draw under, and this is made well.
Feels light.
Nice
We
close.
That's okay.
could have
Yes,
some
Matt.
interesting
Hard, Matt.
conversations ahead.
Hard!
Do you like drawing under here, or would you consider
Hard,
putting
Matty.
one more up?
Yeah, I think
All the way, boys.
you know there's merit to both.
All the way,
I think
boys.
if you put up a center guard here,
All the way, boys.
they're probably gonna peel,
All
right?
the way,
So,
all the way, all the way,
you know, you
all the
kind
way,
of want to
all the way.
delay play in the house as long as you can if you're
That's
Team
fine.
Saliku. So
Go sweep.
forcing them to keep peeling guards, and then maybe you play this shot on one of your last shots. That's where that cat and mouse game comes into play. It's always a little bit scary because at any point Team Bliven can just decide, you know what, maybe we won't peel the guard and
Wick that out.
draw under or something, and then a 2 or 3 is in play.
Yeah, good communication from Dan here. Just playing soft weight at this. Wants to get as close to nose as possible, but he told his shooter, hey, if it overcurls, we'll just wick off our guard and spill the shooter in.
Clean. Straight. Straight all the way. Oh, Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Little light.
You just threw it down.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's not a bad result. Not a great result, but it could be worse.
Yes. Now is when things start getting interesting.
Saliku's team really needs to put this one in the rings to sit
Whoa.
1-2.
That's a little pull.
Gotta be in.
Yeah,
Push,
go,
Matt.
go,
Push.
go,
Push.
go. Just get it in.
All the way. Push. Push. Careful. Yep. 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 Yep.
That was a nice job there of thrower feedback. So Tom, he let it go, and the sweepers thought it was heavy, but he told them right away, I kind of pulled it back a little bit. So, you know, that would make it slow down a bit more than usual. And, you know, that's a really important thing to have on a team, is having the thrower, after they let it go, kind of just tell the sweepers how they thought it felt. You know, they don't need to say much more after that. The sweepers can take over from there. But it's always a good piece of advice if you're sweeping.
Curl.
Cruiser. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No roll, no roll.
No roll.
And Bliven sitting 2-3 now.
We can do this.
Saliku starting to think about
Okay.
hitting that rock, even though it's not a super easy hit, just because sitting 2-3 in a game like this might make you a little nervous when the other team has hammer.
Gotta be in.
All the way hard. All the way, all the way, all the way.
Hard. Come on, boys.
You have to work
As
at
far as it goes,
this.
hard. Go, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, that was my worry.
Run it. I like the run back.
Run back.
Yeah.
Normal.
You like control? Okay.
Chance for Bliven to sit 3 here if they make this good with hammer.
Whoa.
Yep. Yep.
Hard. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Close. Great shot.
Yeah.
Really nice shot.
Hell yeah. Attaboy. That's right.
Yeah, I think so.
Still maybe a
Nice
hit and
control.
roll
Yeah,
opportunity
easy
here.
control. Yeah. Take a little control here, get the roll. Stay close, Chris, cuz.
Goes in your thought process here, guys. A big shot, high pressure shot. Just trying to keep things the same as every other shot you throw in practice.
Yeah, I think you know, your pre-shot routine is key. Doing the same thing as you always do. You know, this is a big shot here. It's could be a game changer here if not made well. But you know, trust your sweepers, trust the ice that you've seen, and hopefully make a good one.
And on these, maybe just taking a little extra second to hack, just taking a deep breath, and that usually helps too.
No, leave it. That was weird, yeah.
Made all kinds of contact. I think red's 3 now. Yellow's 1, 2, 4.
That's it. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Or 2, 3.
1, 2.
Or 1, 2, 3,
at
4.
That's my first thought.
I'm confused.
I think red's 3.
Red's 3. Okay.
I like that. Good call.
Back on track.
Good call.
Timeout. Now we can listen in and see what their thought process is
Stay.
here.
Bad dog.
So I'm thinking, I don't want to touch that one because
No.
if we somehow jam, then
Yeah,
we'll
no,
chase in.
we leave that for now. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, we could try to freeze, or even just do a tap back here. We can come here. I don't want to leave anything short. I don't even mind being.
He's
like,
going to hit and roll on that.
That's probably his shot, though.
Put a stone right here. Invite the double. They have not been hitting their takes very well.
The thing is, we're only going to get one here if we do that, because he's going to probably draw.
Well, here's the
Draw's
thing.
gonna be-
If we come this way, if we throw heavy or tee, like we'll hit this, angle it off, and then hopefully shot rock is here, and that's deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If we hit perfect tee line though, then he might have a hit and roll in. So I think what I like is coming this draw path then. Tap back is fine. Split deep is fine.
A little short is fine.
Little short is fine.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of
I like that a lot.
options.
I like that a lot.
So give me here, and we'll throw tee.
You had me middle of 12? Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to be at least out counting. We need to be third shot.
Yep.
So good discussion there from Team Bliven. Talked about what their options are, what they want the outcome of this end to be, what the dangerous things
We
are
got
here.
time. We got. Dan, we still have 25 seconds.
410. Okay.
We still have.
Middle of 12.
We're still on timeout, dude.
No, we can go.
Okay. Apparently, I don't know rules.
There's a lot of them. It's hard to keep track.
Whoa.
Straight.
Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Maybe a little
Yep
light.
for weight. Yep for weight. Weight and line.
Hard. Get it in.
Yep. Yep.
Great sweep.
Boy. Good scrub, guys.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Giving Saliku that hit and roll again. Got to make it good here.
So if you hit this,
Bliven now sitting 1, 2, 3, 5.
Might catch that over the
you
top.
gotta hit it to count.
I mean, we can always stick to this.
If we want to make a double, it's here.
That's super flat.
I mean, it was a really thin double, but
I mean,
I
there's
wouldn't
something
be
here
surprised
that we
seeing
can.
another timeout here.
you can do what you just did and roll either way.
I could just.
Run that back.
I
So
could
you
this
roll
sit in here. Yeah, this got to stick. This got to stick in the house, the shooter. So let's try the hit this way.
Or just
This.
freeze to it.
I like freezing. If you never get there, I love that. If we
Here we tap that and we roll here.
right? Like if you attempt this, but you're
Sure.
on this, it
Sure.
goes like
Right.
that.
Sure.
or
If I'm ever
here,
light,
here.
we shake, right?
Well,
Well,
like, all right, so
edge
look,
12
we
then?
have plenty of time. Let's
Yeah.
make sure we like the shot. What are our two options?
yeah, like that. Either we come down to here.
Right.
They have a tap or two, which is okay. If we hit and roll, they could double that for a lot,
If we're ever bouncing off this in here,
and they
we have a
hit.
hit for a whole bunch.
I know.
Unless we're perfectly frozen, he's feeling it.
So what's a hard? Even if we are perfectly frozen, if we're not nose frozen, they're gonna.
Then it's
So the other option is
Especially with
hit
this
and
weight.
roll here.
Yeah. Or hit and roll anywhere.
well, he is better, so that
Yeah, it's shorter.
Either way, we're shaking
If we miss it.
If they make their
Well,
shot, right?
it's
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay.
Good conversation. Talked through all the options, pros and cons. I think they established if they miss this one, it might be game over. So big shot here.
Yeah.
Again, what we were talking about, just taking your time in the hack and keeping everything the same.
And I like that they're not rushing. They said we don't need a timeout. They're playing. Both teams are playing very fast, playing a lot of hits. They've got a lot of time on the clock. So, like you said, take your time. Make sure it feels right.
Push!
No, no! Matt! No!
Whoa!
Okay, that's okay.
Maybe second shot?
Gotta try that.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Right
looks
now
like
we're
their
still
second
one.
shot.
So we get our 1. That would be for 2.
I could throw. Well, we already have
We can
one.
just draw for 2.
We could draw for 2.
The run is also for 2.
Hitting this.
Doubles for 4, but that's a
That would be
difficult
chance.
shot.
Yeah, I think here just making sure you're getting your
With
2.
with not a whole lot of
Like
reps,
being
and
up
then we
2
can
is
just
super
go for
important in the
steal.
last end.
That's it.
So-
Yeah, that's it. Normal?
If you're gonna
Normal.
attempt the double, making sure you're
Okay.
rolling in for your second shot.
Really nice.
I mean, if you look
Maybe
at how
score a
this
couple
game
times.
has gone, we've talked the whole time about teams just kind of only able to get 1 at a time with hammers. So if you're able to just make sure you get 2 here,
Or 1.
you know, we've seen teams struggle to
We're
get
just a little
multiple,
high side.
and even if they do, you have that hammer in the extra end.
Yeah, and you see Ben turn around there and congratulate Saliku on a great shot. Said, "Hey, really nice shot." One of the great things about curling is the sportsmanship.
Yes!
Yep.
Yep! Hard!
All the way. All the way.
That's fine.
1 yeller. Yep. 1 yellow.
Elected to play the high-risk, high-reward shot. Ended up with just 1. So we'll go into the 8th end, Bliven up 1. All right, coming back for the final frame. So team with hammers gotten forced
sure
every
Seth can
end
change
so
his mind.
far. See what happens here.
Guard. 2.
Whoa.
How high? Hey.
Straight.
This is one of those classic last end situations. A lot of people, I think, consider a team being down 1 with hammer, this being almost more of a tie than the score actually being tied, right?
Nice high guard in the center there from Cruiser. Saliku gonna draw in underneath it.
In?
Yeah, with this situation, it makes both teams play an actual end. Like if the scoreboard's like maybe a point of a difference, then you can like start peeling things out. But like with only being down 1 or being up 1, you have to play an actual
It
end.
looks okay. Just in case.
We can't be behind.
A little spicy.
Yeah.
It's where I blame the wind.
That's right.
Yeah.
Put up a second card.
Guard.
Guys like
3.
the second
If
card
you're
there?
a little heavy, that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. If you're Team
3, 4.
Bliven, you're pretty much playing for a steal here. You know, end result of a force is great, but it's hard to play for a force when the other team is trying to get 2. So you kind of just got to play for a steal and maybe only think about playing for a force on your last shot or 2.
All the way.
Yeah, like in this situation, giving up 1 is not terrible.
Keep coming.
Like, I mean, if you
Keep
can
coming,
force
guys.
the other team and go into an extra with hammer, that's really good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Good sweep.
They overcooked it a
425.
hair. That was a 425 on their clock, so again, very fast ice. Saliku gonna ignore that one, try to draw underneath, so we're gonna get some offense this end.
It's always interesting to see. I think this situation in the last end, the kind of typical strategy is a little bit different. You know, Team Saliku, you might think, you know, they split the rings and kind of separate things, try to get a 2, but you know, like we said,
Careful.
Team Bliven is playing for a steal.
Careful.
So if you're Team Saliku, you kind of have to come around the center as
Careful,
well,
never,
knowing
never,
that
never, never.
no matter what you do, Team Bliven's going to come around the center. So
Yeah, try to beat him there.
yeah, you kind of got to combat that.
Nice shot there from Matt Robinet, the lead for Saliku. Dan playing soft weight run back here on his own. They make this good.
Weight's good. Weight's close.
Not a lot of handle on this.
Straight all the way. Stop it! Stop it!
Unfortunate there.
Yeah.
Ben slipped on the ice and burned the rock. When you burn a rock before the hog line, immediately stop play, just grab the rock. Just unlucky.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there, bad timing, but you know, it happens. As unfortunate as it is, no one's trying to fall. You know, you always feel terrible if you burn a rock, but you know, it's just one of those things that just happens.
Whoa!
Ice is slippery.
Just a 4 or 5, guys.
Matt, stay up.
You got to move a lot. Push. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, both. Yes, both. Hard both. Whoa, whoa, you're there. You're there.
Hard. Come on. Fight the 8.
Great sweep. Good call.
Strong start
Just a hair
from
more.
Saliku there. Sitting 1-2 now under cover. Dan still likes that soft weight tap. They're going to play it again.
Similar.
Lean.
Hair more.
Yep, straight. Straight. Yep, keep coming. Hard.
It's close.
Nice shot.
That's a really good shot.
Great throw from Austin. Saliku wants the guard here to prevent them from doing that again. You guys like that?
That's got to be a high guard if we guard that.
Yeah, it gets a little
Yeah.
scary here. You
Go,
just
1,
got
2.
one in there, so I think if you're playing a guard here, you're probably just playing for 1 point here, which isn't maybe the end result. Maybe you can come up with something creative on some of your last shots, a run back or something.
Looks okay.
It's slowing out here. We're okay.
Whoa. Easy.
On its own. It's
Easy. I don't want to line them up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Leave them staggered.
Saliku doesn't want to make a gun there. So has the sweepers not curl it.
I can see
Livin's
half
still
of
in a
that
good
yellow.
situation here. They've got a couple rocks up front,
We need a little
kind of
bit more
controlling
weight,
the play,
but
controlling the middle
let's jiggle
is
things
what you
around.
want if you're them.
Control weight. Control.
I
Get
think
on the inside of
you
this.
know, another thing to keep in mind, especially when you've only been curling for a few years, is you know, it's okay to not be shot rock for a lot of an end, as long as you're controlling, you know, the upper portion of the house. I think we saw that on the last shot. You know, Team Saliku had shot rock, and they just, you know, started trying to guard for their lives. But you know, if you move some stuff around and make sure you're still controlling the front of the house, it's okay to not be shot rock yet.
Yeah, for sure. You have 8 rocks for a reason, so just being patient.
We got a mine here. I mean, I think this goes over the top.
Not sure if I love that result.
I don't know.
They
if
did
this is
remove
gonna
a
go
red
over the top.
rock
I
and
think we probably
popped
need
another
some
one
touch.
over, but
A little, yeah, a little. Well, with this depends on where
there's
they hit
a
it,
nose
but yeah, I
double
think
there
it's
for
on
sure.
4 foot.
Bliven wants to keep as many of his rocks around that top 4 foot area as possible.
I think we need it. We need another one up there.
Saliku going to draw around the open side. Got to be careful to not set up a double on your own and not be heavy and give him a pocket to draw down onto.
Yeah, and very tuck it under. So, yeah, you just stay on until the end.
Yeah, I think, you know, with Hammer here, obviously in a tight score line in the last end, every shot is precise, but you want to put yourself in a position where, you know, there's some room for error on shots that you're calling. This shot here is kind of all or nothing here. I think they know that if this shot isn't made well, it's going to be
top 4.
they're going to have a tough time pulling this one out, but we'll see what happens.
Whoa.
Let it curl. Matt,
No,
push.
no, weight's good. Can't
It's 15-2. It's got to be in, guys. Come on, hard,
It's
push.
in. It's in. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yes, 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 yes.
More. Stop.
Great shot.
Shot, Tom.
Really good.
We gotta start hitting.
Like you said, all or nothing, and that was all of it.
Same weight.
Okay.
Just control.
I don't know, the angles are great here for them hitting on this side.
Get this a little high side.
Yep.
Yeah, this angles are not amazing for Team Bliven here on this left side of the sheet. Should be interesting how things shake up here after this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, cruise. Yeah, cruise. Yeah, cruise.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What do you think? Maybe this? I think it's the same shot. I think it's the same shot. We just tap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, same shot. Right?
Yeah, get over as far as we can.
Yeah, no, we tap you up though.
Yeah.
Saliku getting aggressive, trying to poke that one that they just threw in just a little bit more.
Yeah, tap it up.
Got to be careful not to hang wide or be a little heavy here. They're going to set up a double.
Yeah, same thing.
Get it over as much as possible that way.
This one's not lined up. Oh,
You gotta push. You gotta push.
it looks a little
Big push.
faster. Oh,
Whoa. 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 Chris.
Matt.
Chris. That's perfect.
1, 2, 3. We've got 2 minutes for these.
So what would you think?
Do you like the angle on the 5?
So what would you think about
Right
playing
now,
here,
I
Danny?
Like the angle.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
This way on the 5.
That's
Looks
exactly
like
what
they're they're
Control
talking
weight.
about kind of this double tap here. I think another
I
option
like
is maybe
normal.
playing
I
this
like
red
normal.
double, the one that
I mean,
Tom
hit it.
chusts through and the one that's
Yeah.
on the button,
Hit it
and
that
kind of
way.
keep controlling the front of the house
Like
like
half a
we've
rock.
been talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. If that, I think that double is there.
I like
If
normal,
you
but
can
take a
make
look
that, that'd
from
be
down
really
there.
good.
No, I'm gonna have to throw board.
Okay.
Board up.
That's called control.
Let's just do control. I mean, it's basically the same thing.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah, whatever works.
I hated your draw. It does.
He's got 2 ways to make this. If he gets the nose, that's going to be pretty good for them. But if he hangs wide, they can tap their yellow back onto that center red rock and
Let's
push
just do
that back.
normal. I can see enough of it.
Always nice to have a shot where you can make it 2 different ways.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, cruiser, 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 cruiser.
Hard cruiser. Oh my God, I flashed it.
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Plan B.
Made it Brooklyn. Hear him
Sorry about that.
apologizing to the other team. Did not intend to make that shot, but
Time out. Time out.
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We'll go to a timeout now. Listen to what Saliku wants to do here.
Yeah, just slash that up. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room.
Like back 8.
No, we need like back line.
Yeah? Yeah. Because, yeah. Well,
This got to go out past this, so this got to go back 12 almost. And it's, you know what I mean?
what are you hitting? Yeah.
Into this.
Well, then if you're, well, so if you go back 8, then at least if you go
Well,
over
back
curl,
8, this
you
is
can
still.
cross, yeah.
This will be second, which is not the worst, because there'll be one here,
Yeah.
and then it'll be kind of frozen. And we'll have a rock here and a rock here. We can tap up for the 2. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like back line, back 8. I think mid 8. 3/4 or 2/3 at mid 8, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and just stay with it the whole time, guys.
Yeah, probably like 90.
What? I think 80. It's gonna bite hard at the end.
Yeah.
Chris. Mine did.
I also don't want to be too heavy and then push it, nose it straight through, you know. Yeah. Yeah, let's go 90.
So 90, they're just looking for a little
Low and
tap
high, all's
back.
gone.
Chris, where is it?
Whoa! Push! Push!
Whoa!
Push!
Knife!
Hit the bump, Chris.
It's going to overcurl a little, and unfortunately it rolled over, so they cannot really use it to get at that yellow rock anymore.
Yeah, it's an unlucky result there. Setting up those angles not exactly in their favor.
The guard.
So they're guarding the draw here.
What are we thinking for time?
Yeah, if they guard this draw, he'll have other opportunities to be able to make a shot. It'll just be a really hard shot.
Something to keep an eye on. He's still got 2 shots to play and 33 seconds and counting. Oh, this is 1 shot. My apologies.
Curl if
Enough.
anything. Wait for it.
Wait. Go, Cruz.
Now.
Go, Cruz.
Both of you. Hard!
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa,
Easy
whoa,
on the
whoa,
weight.
whoa, whoa.
Don't want to be heavy here.
Beautiful.
That's pretty good.
Oh, boy. Eek.
So, okay, there's this.
Just a tap.
I think that's pretty good.
I don't think I can come to
Yeah.
this.
What are you looking at here? What do you think you would be
I mean,
playing?
he's taking it out.
Yeah, it
But
seems.
it's-
I mean, from what we
well,
can
yeah,
tell
it'd be
from where
like
we're
back
sitting
on.
over here, it seems
Yeah.
like
What about this?
But he's got to push it pretty far.
probably might just have a
What's
shot
the
for
difference?
one.
Do we
This,
win or lose?
Yeah.
if this angle is possible,
that
like
for
he's
two?
mentioning here, this run for two.
Either that
I
or
think, I'm always of the mindset that you play the shot for the win. Especially, we talked about earlier, you tie this game up and don't have hammer, your odds of
can't get
your
up,
odds
look,
of
it's
winning
too
go
close to
down
that.
significantly. So if you think
What
that
do you
run
think,
is
Tom?
possible,
Go for it.
I mean, yeah, you got to make
Good
a hard
enough,
shot
Matt.
either way. So I'd rather make a hard shot for the win than make a hard
You'd
shot
have
for
to
the
hit
tie.
this perfectly.
Exactly.
Or, I
But,
don't know.
or,
what.
well, you
We
pocket
could try to
it,
draw.
Seems like
we
they
could
could
try to
just
tick-
try that
No, I
straight run with the red, or they could hit that red into that yellow and spill that yellow into. Both very difficult shots.
Yeah,
But the angle's there for that for sure.
right. This rotates this way. This rotates this way.
I don't think it's.
But I don't know what way to throw that in.
I think, yeah.
What do you think?
I think that into that.
So
Back.
throw the same line, same weight almost.
Last weight.
A little less. Okay. What
Way
do you want?
less.
Edge 8?
Back 8.
I think it's gonna need more.
Back line.
Sounds like they're just going
Yeah.
for
Well,
the
you can't
tie.
hit it too hard.
I think this might be the hardest shot out of them all.
Yeah.
And
Back line.
just for
Same
one,
shot.
too. I think, this shot, you might need to throw a little bit more weight than you think the way that these angles are set up. You got to hit this one rock a good amount sideways. So we'll see if they take that into account.
Probably thinking almost close to back line with this, right?
Yeah.
Back 8, back
Maybe
line.
more,
Matt.
yeah.
Matt. All the way, Matt. Knife.
Push.
Push. Push. Push. Push. Oh. I guess we
It's a
gotta
good
hit
try
that
there.
harder.
Yeah, that's the game. That's our first steal of the game, and Bliven will win the game 5-3. Thanks for tuning in. We've got quarterfinal action coming up tonight, so thanks to Danny and Mason for commenting on the game today, and we'll be back in a few hours.
Yeah, thanks for having us.